All right, good morning, Patreon and YouTube followers. It's been a while since I posted something on YouTube. So, good to be back. It's nice to be able to record a video. It's been a while and a couple of interesting things have been happening. So, here we are. And let's get to it. So, what I want to cover today is a chapter from my second book, Paradiddles, Frameworks, Phrases, and Ideas 2. Okay? And basically what that chapter is talking about is that we're going back to the paradiddle, but instead of having to focus on the downbeats, we're going to focus on the upbeat. Okay? So, normal paradiddle is right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Accents on the downbeats, and that sounds like this. Okay? In our case, we're going to be playing the upbeat. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. Okay, so there we have it. That's the idea of the chapter, okay? And for today, what I want to do is that I want to cover the single paradiddle, which we just did, and then 3 double paradiddle options, which involve the same concept. We're focused more on the upbeat, and then within those single strokes, the 4 single strokes in the double paradiddle, we start filling in and out, okay? So, we just did the single paradiddle portion. Let's go to the double paradiddle, the first one. Very easy. Instead of playing the downbeat of the start of the rudiment, we're gonna move the accent to the 4th note, okay? So, as a quick recap, the double paradiddle is 4 single strokes and then 2 double strokes. Okay? In our case now, we're going to do this. Okay? So, pretty easy. That's our first one, right? Our second one is we're going to add another accent, okay? And this time, our accents on those 4 single strokes are going to be on the upbeats, okay? And that sounds like this. Okay? And let me play that one more time for you. So, excuse me, 1 second. And that's our second option, okay? Singles, upbeats, accents, okay? And then finally, our third option, we're gonna add another accent, okay? But the accent is actually not gonna be on the downbeat. The accent is gonna be on the 3rd note of those single strokes. Meaning that when we start the rudiment, no accent, and then everything else has accents, at least until the double strokes. So that's gonna sound like this. And there you have it. So those are our 4 accent variations. Of course, 1 for the single paradiddle and then the 3 for the double paradiddle, okay? Cool, we could actually end the lesson there, but no. So now what I want to cover with you guys is something very important, and it's been something that I've been doing a lot, which is working on stick heights and different strokes and things like that. I'm going to say this until the day that I die. That stuff is very important to at least glance over and take a look at, so that you have an idea of, you know, you're seeing how your hands are working when you're playing certain rudiments, ornamentations, and all that stuff, okay? So, let's begin. Usually when we're playing the single paradiddle, right, with the accent starting the rudiment, you pay attention, that second note on the single paradiddle, or the first upbeat, or the E, I usually play that as an upstroke, which prepares me to play the downstroke when I have to play the rudiment either right or left hand lead. So down, up, 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 down. Okay? In the case of our single paradiddle in this chapter, since the accent is on the E, let me be very clear. When we get to the double strokes, when we play that second double stroke, we have to play it as an upstroke, excuse me, because that will give us ample time to play the accent as a downstroke and very comfortably, okay? Usually when you're going from upstrokes to downstrokes, rhythmically speaking, you want to give yourself a space of at least an eighth note or two, because that gives you ample time going up to be able to go down comfortably. If you're doing something like this, but you're doing it, let's say consecutive 16 notes like this, while it's doable, it's uncomfortable, okay? And that, usually when you're doing something like that, at least to me, it's more about reflexes. But in our case with this rudiment, or this accent variation, once again, when you get to the double stroke portion, that second double stroke, play it as an upstroke. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. Up, 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 up. Okay? Up, down. Up, down, up. Okay? Up, down, up. And then so on and so forth, okay? So that's the idea with the single paradiddle. Now, with the double paradiddle, the first one, the same principle applies. The only thing that's happening here is that we're adding 2 more single strokes, right? So, when you're playing that first left or right, depending on lead hands, you want to play that as an upstroke, okay? And in our case, well, it would be the second note of the double paradiddle. So, up, so up, down. Okay, so up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so sorry, excuse me. And there you have it. So let's go to the second one. Now the second one, again, we have 2 accents. In this case, you want to play those accents, those upbeat accents, as a full stroke, go into a downstroke. Okay? So that would, excuse me, gases. That would sound like this, and it would look like this. So full down, 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 full down. Okay? And if you notice, when I'm playing the double strokes, the same principle applies when I was doing the first single paradiddle accent variation and then the first one. When I'm playing those double strokes, that second double, I'm playing it as an upstroke, okay? Which prepares me for the full stroke and the downstroke that happens on the upbeats of the rudiment, okay? Now finally, number 3. A little bit trickier, but the principle stays kind of the same. What's happening here is that first note of the rudiment, instead of playing it as a downstroke or a tap, or excuse me, specifically as a tap, you want to play it as an upstroke, okay? The reason being is that if you play it as an upstroke, that gives you enough time, like I mentioned again, to play the next right as a downstroke. So, I'm gonna just play the single stroke portion, and just to remind you guys, we have an unaccented note for the first one, and then 3 accents. So that's gonna look like this. That's all right hand lead, and then left hand lead. And if you're paying attention, it's just like I mentioned before. I'm up, full, down, down. So up, full, down, down. And that's how I play, or at least for me, that's how I played that accent. Now, if I put it in its entirety, it's gonna sound like this, a little bit slowed down. So. Sorry. And there we have it. So that's the 4 paradiddles with stick heights and stroke options, okay? Like I said again, and I'll say this until I die or I lose my tongue, it's important to practice these kind of movements because it helps you clean up your technique. It shows you if you have certain weaknesses, deficiencies, and even strengths, and how to grab those strengths and kind of mess around with it to make your weaknesses on par with your strengths, okay? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this lesson. It's been a while since I've done something like this, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much, both Patreon subscribers and YouTube followers. I'll be posting more videos on that platform, which I should anyways, right? So I'll be doing that. And real quick, I just want to give a special shout out to Big Furfs. Man, it's been a blast using their sticks for many years, and the cool thing about them is not only, you know, obviously the wood is fantastic, the way that they make their sticks and all that stuff, but like, shoot, I just want to show this to you guys. Do you see the grainy, and then you see the tip? Let me see, I'm trying to, probably a little bit hard. You see it's kind of wasted, but like, man, it still sounds very good. So shout out to them, much love. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care, be safe, and I'll see y'all on both platforms, okay? Real quick, on my Patreon, if you are interested in buying the PDF versions of both of my Paradiddle books, it's on sale. I actually got fortunate that just right before making this video, I got the email from Patreon saying, hey, you know, you could have a digital store. So just a couple of days ago, I think it was Friday, I went ahead and I posted both books online. So you could be a subscriber or not. You could actually purchase the PDF versions of those books, okay? So as always, any help would be appreciated. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to Patreon, YouTube, all that stuff helps out to bring out this kind of material. And yeah, once again, thanks. Hopefully I'll catch you down or catch you around, whether it's in another video or performing around South Florida. So take care. Much love.